Good afternoon. How are we doing on this? Whatever it is, it's Tuesday, I believe. I hope we're all doing well. Hey, Penguin Sentinel, good to see you here. Really appreciate it. Hope your day is going well. I'm not sure what time zone you're in, but regardless, I hope you're having a good day. Oh, dearie me, dearie me. Yes, we have a for returning people. I have been working on, well, this interface stuff. I Since I started, I've had a very, very bare bones kind of interface. So it's just been, for just chatting, it's literally just been, my camera fills the whole screen and then, blurbs up and down here. For screen share stuff, it was very basic as well. Literally just my camera plonked in the corner. Here for you guys. So I have been tinkering with it to make it all prettified. Doing well, crack a can of caffeine, very wise. I'm not drinking anything caffeinated right now. I'm on the Sprite right now. I've had a lot of coffee this morning, and I thought, yeah, let's ease off on the caffeine this afternoon because otherwise I think I'll start to get a headache. Sleep has been a bit disruptive of late. Everything's just been a little bit crazy. So yeah, I'm moderating my caffeine well. A Brit, excellent. No offense to non-Brits, but always good. So I hope you're having a good afternoon. What do you think? Should we keep the snow on, or would you like the snow off? I can do either. Had it on the loading screen, and I thought, let's leave it on for now. But if it's annoying, if it causes weird, if you're watching this on a phone or anything, and it just comes up as noise, I can turn it off. It's not a problem. So yeah, I'm feeling quite a bit better. I feel I cursed myself by saying this. I've been fighting various man flu for the last couple of weeks. Hang on, I'm just going to adjust my camera ever so slightly because I'm slouching to stay in frame, and that is not good. So let's tweak that. Oh, I don't even have my ring light on. Let's adjust stuff a little bit. So let's do that. Ring light goes on. There we go. I'm a bit better lit now. It's a bit too bright. There we go. That's better. I'm a professional, honest. Yeah, but slouching is bad for the back. So I've been man fluish for the last week and a bit. We've all been kind of under the weather. I think I'm coming out of it. Still a little bit of leftover kind of, I'm a bit sniffy still and a little bit nasal. But, I think maybe, touch wood, I'm on the way out here on this one, which is good. Not the way out as in dying. It's not quite that level of man flu. But no, I think I'm on the mend. I think we all are, which is good. Because all things considered, I'd rather we were all sick before Christmas rather than Christmas itself. So, could be worse. Still kind of a little bit grotty though. My face and stuff disagrees. My skin hates me right now. I think it's the combination of the lurg and the cold weather. But what are you going to do? But otherwise, not too bad. Nearly finished for Christmas. So day job, I'm finishing on Thursday afternoon. My wife finishes at lunchtime on Thursday. And then conveniently, because this never happens, our daughter's nursery is still open on Friday. And we pay like kind of whole year round rather than, term time only. So, yeah, we'd be paying regardless of whether she was in or not on Friday. So that means we actually get a day to get some stuff done, which, honestly, thank God for that, because not that we don't like spending time with our daughter. Of course we do, but we are so disorganized this Christmas. It has been incredible. I mean, it's generally been, I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit of a kind of a crappy year. It's been very, very stressful between moving house and various family crises. It's been a rough old year, this one. So we are kind of staggering to Christmas, and our kind of unprepared for it. I'm not going to lie. I was doing some Christmas shopping yesterday, looking at, various Amazon stuff. And it's like, yep, this'll arrive pre-Christmas. We're good. Everything's fine. Here, thank you. How are you? So yeah, it is a stagger to Christmas. It'll be fine, but honestly, having Friday as a day, where we get the house, or we can nip out and do last bits of Christmas shopping, or the thing we really need to do is we need to get food in for Christmas dinner itself. We have the main, so we're vegetarian, so we got a little vegetarian sausage wreath thing, which we've had before, and it's delicious. So that's in the freezer already, but we still need to get all the other stuff. So we need to get roasties, we need to get Yorkshires, we need to get veg of some sort. I need to get onions for doing caramelized onion, because my stepdad has a recipe for caramelized onions, which is just delicious. I can't remember if it's Delia Smith or Nigella Lawson. I want to say it's a Nigella Lawson recipe, but it is absolutely delicious, and I do like some caramelized onions. So we need to do the food shop on Friday to make sure we have got all the things, because the last thing we want to be doing is doing that at the weekend. I mean, to be honest, Friday's probably going to be hectic enough as it is, but trying to do any form of shopping at the weekend, I think, would be not the best idea in the world, which means undoubtedly we'll end up doing it. We'll have forgotten something and have to risk horrendous traffic to try and get, the last bits and pieces we need. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. How are you all out there? How is your Christmas prep? Or assuming you do Christmas, but how is your? Hopefully you're getting a bit of a break at the festive season. So how are things going over there? Is it feeling festive? Are you? Is there a lightening of work in the day job at all, or or just are the Christmas films coming out in the evenings or during the day? To be honest, I mean, if you work from home, I can't do that. I can't have if I'm getting on with a very monotonous task, I can probably have something with, words and lyrics on in the background. But I really struggle if I need to focus on something, I really can't do it if there's lyrics. So that's why I listen to a lot of like movie soundtracks and stuff like that if I'm really focusing on something. But if it's relatively light, I could have something else on the background. But I haven't dived into the the Christmas movies while at work. But nor have we really watched one in the evening yet. I think because my wife's job has just been brutal in terms of the amount of work she's having to do, and a lot in the evenings. We've not had the usual thing we have most years, which is where we'll watch a Christmas movie in the evening with a Baileys or something like that. It's not really happened yet. So hopefully, as we both finish for Christmas, it'll be nice to do that. 4-year-old permitting, because good grief, our daughter is. She is freaking adorable, but she is willful. I think is one word for it, and she. I don't think this is true of any toddler, to be honest, but she her ability or willingness to go to sleep varies a lot, and just when we think we've got a routine established, she just kicks the living crap out of it. So we had a good run where we could put her down in her own room, we'd read her like 3 stories, and then we could turn the light on, leave her little lights on, go out. Maybe we'd have to come back and read a 4th story, but then she'd go to sleep. And she's just not doing it now. I don't know if she started having bad dreams or something, or if she's just trying to stubbornly push through it. But we've had a lot of nights recently we've actually had to drive her around in the car so she falls asleep, because she will just fight it and fight it and fight it. And then inevitably, the second she stops fighting it, bam, she's asleep. But that's been a bit rough on the old evenings, because in theory, we try and get her down from between like 7 to half 7. But she inevitably, if we're trying it and then she's still up, become an 8, become half 8, and then we resign, right, let's get in the car, let's drive around for a bit, and then she's down, we're back by 9, but we've lost, a good 1.5, 2 hours of our evening. So we are just wiped right now. Absolutely, shattered. So it being the holidays, it really cannot come soon enough because we just need to recharge the batteries. But, what can you do? What can you do? I see, assuming that the chat thing is not lying to me, I see a Radiant Leaf has snuck into the room. So good afternoon, Katerina. I hope you're well. If you're just lurking, totally cool, totally cool. But I wanted to say, hey, hope things are going well with you. We've just been talking about, the lead up to Christmas holidays and, leading up to, finishing the day job for a few weeks, I'll get to be off until the second I get to go back. But only because I've used a bit of annual leave. Kind of gutted. My previous job, they just had a complete down tools between Christmas and New Year, which was awesome. It was like extra days of holiday that didn't come up your annual leave count, which was just amazing. Current job, not so much. I mean, we still get it's pretty good, but I had to use a few days of annual leave just to take off that gap between Christmas and New Year. But still, that could be worse. It could be worse. I mean, it's not teachers' holidays. I do miss that every now and again. I, however, do not miss the stress of being a teacher. So I will take that one. I can live with that. Oh well. It's fine. It all comes out in the wash. I mean, to be honest, the thing about teaching was, one, you've got to keep the energy up for it. And, my batteries were draining long term on that one. But also the expectations of teaching, in terms of evenings and stuff like that, it is just brutal. I mean, maybe it's different in other countries. I hope it's different in other countries. But in the UK, the teaching expectations of the work you're doing outside of office hours are just untenable. You just can't do it without giving up any notion you have of a work-life balance. So now that I'm outside of that, you look back and go, oh, good grief, what we put up with. But my wife's still a teacher, so I just try and support her the best I can. But it's part of the reason why we're all bloody shattered. But what can you do? Oh well. So what else is going on? What else is going on other than my staggering to Christmas and my disorganisation? I will say it's not the most disorganised Christmas we've ever had. The most disorganised Christmas we ever had was when our little one was 1. I've spoken this about before, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but she was in hospital 6 times between the age of 1 and 1.5 for bronchiolitis. And one of those times, she was actually, it was bad. She was on like a ventilator at the Glasgow Hospital for Kids. And we got out on Christmas Eve. There was a very real possibility that we were going to spend Christmas in the hospital. We came out on Christmas Eve, which was great. But it was a very hectic Christmas. We had ordered, I remember my wife, there's an IKEA not too far from that hospital, so she managed to nip out during the day and get some of the things. Not that we didn't like buy our daughter a set of shelves or something, but they had like a cool play kitchen and stuff like that we thought she'd like, and she did. And then literally on the drive back, we stopped at Tesco. I ran in and I did the quickest shop I've ever got of all the essentials we needed for Christmas dinner. I think we'd kind of written off Christmas dinner or thought that we might do it a couple of days later, but I thought, no, let's see if we can do it. I'll just run in and grab the stuff and we'll sort this. And we made it work. And to be honest, the most important thing at Christmas was that she was okay. That was a rough old festive season, that one. But we made it through. Yeah, so it could always be more hectic and things could always be worse. And my sympathies to anyone who's ever in a similar situation. It sucks having a sick kid. Yeah, but we made it through. What else? What else is going on? So, I mean, a bit of good news from kind of the creatoring stuff. I mean, obviously we've hit affiliate, which is awesome. We talked about this before. But another big old milestone, the one I've been working towards for a while. I say I've been working towards. I mean, you're the folks who've frickin' done it. Little But Fierce, my rewrite of D&D 5th edition to make it accessible for kids, is now a gold bestseller on DriveThruRPG, which is just awesome. That means that it has sold. And this isn't counting free copies and all that kind of jazz. It's sold 501 copies. It's the only one of the things I made that has reached that sort of level, it is just incredible. I mean, one, it is, I'm not going to lie, it is very cool, from a kind of financial statement. I'm making a huge amount of money off of this, but it means I can devote more time to it, which is good, when it actually starts paying for some bits and pieces. But it means that people like it, which is the best thing from kind of two perspectives. I mean, one, I made this for kids. I made this for families. I made it for parents so they could, play role-playing games with their kids. I hope to do it with my own little one when she's a couple of years older. So that's fantastic. But it also means there's the drive and the want for me to make more of it. I have the Blunderlings expansion that will be coming out in January once I've done the playtest stream. And I'm working away on the next one, which is the Stuff of Legends. And then I actually need to get my arse into gear and start, from a real kind of dedication and practicalities point of view, looking at the crowdfunder. And I don't know what website I'm going to use for that, whether it is crowdfunder or Kickstarter, or I'll look at the options and I'll take advice from people who've done it. But I need to start looking at what I need to do for that. So for those who don't know on that one, so currently Little But Fierce is a starter edition. It's a couple of 100 pages, I think. How big is it? It's sizable, methinks. Because of spells and stuff like that. It's 146 pages. So that gives you a lot of core stuff. It gives you, the core rules. It gives you 4 classes. It gives you a load of creatures, some magic items, a load of spells. It gives you everything you need to play it, basically. And then in a slightly DLC-ish model, I'm doing add-ons for it, which add not only new classes, but new kind of thematic content and stuff like that. And kind of once I'm done or almost done with them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually produce this hardcover crowdfunded edition. Because I want something that's actually on the shelf, and digital is good to a point, but the fact is, if you're playing this with kids, you want to have a physical copy of it, not just have it on an iPad or other tablets do exist. But I need to figure out what I need to do for that. And there are some great people out there. I'm already talking with the folks at Tattered Bear, who've done a lot of crowdfunders for advice on that and help with the advice on the budgeting of it. I can budget stuff. I'm a maths guy, but it takes the advice of people who've done it before for what the pitfalls are. What are the things where you think you'll need this much money for X, but actually you want to have this much of a buffer because more often than not, this overruns, or this takes too much, or there's a delay with this, or you just need this big of a contingency because no matter how hard you try, you will have cocked up this, that, or the other. So I need to go through all of that and then figure out when I want to do it. I'm very much of the mind that I don't want to announce it till I've written it, essentially. There's a lot of writing involved, and while the starter edition's there and I've got a lot of the extra classes done already for the expansions, I don't want to get this kind of train going until I've actually done ideally all of the writing, I would say, because then I can work on the things I really want to work on, rather than just, nose to the grindstone. You've got to get on with the writing, and people have already paid for it, and therefore the pressure is there, and etc. etc. And it also makes sense from an artwork perspective, Katerina, if you're listening, because the fact is, there's while the Starter Edition has one piece of artwork on it, or it's got a public domain background thing on it, and it's got one piece of artwork on the front that Katerina very helpfully did. And thank you for that. But I want the hardback edition to be fully illustrated. And really, I can't know how much art I need for that until I've written it and can figure out, right, this is the layout-ish. There's going to be a space up here, so I'm going to need one of those or one of those or one of those. And there'll probably be degrees of it. I'll budget it for an acceptable level of art, and then I'll look at, going, if I had a stretch goal for something, maybe having more art in there or stuff like that. We'll see. But I kind of, regardless of how much this makes, I want it to be a really good edition. And I don't, because the Starter Edition is kind of bare bones, I'm not going to lie. So it'd be nice to make this hardback edition something I can be really, really proud of, which would be great. But I don't want to go bananas with stretch goals, because it just makes it harder to manage and increases shipping if it's physical stuff. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I need to get on with looking at all of that. It'll be good, but I just need to figure out a time frame for when I can do it and when I can dedicate the time to doing it and doing it properly. And also there's wisdom in like certain times of the year or better, or even certain days of the week are better for launching it. There's all this kind of stuff I need to look at and have a look at in the new year. But it would be good if I could launch it this year. That'd be really, really good. Because otherwise I'm just going to keep pushing it off, pushing it out, pushing it back. We'll see. We will see. Okay. So, where are we at in terms of, we have an ad break coming up in 4 minutes. So rather than start blethering about something else and then get interrupted by an ad break, for the record, you can subscribe if you would like to avoid ads. Totally optional. I think we'll take a quick ad break now, I think. Before because it's a natural stopping point, I think. So let's take a quick ad break. That's 1.5 minutes. Chance for bio breaks. Grab a snack, whatever it is you need to do. And we'll come back at, it's 1:23 right now, kind of 1:25-ish, seeing how we're doing. And I will see you all in just a second. And we're back. Who knows what you got to advertise? I assume the ads are running. Let's see. I haven't had anyone actually confirm it. It's one of these sanity check things. When I do stuff on stream, certainly when I go live, I quickly log in on my phone to check, is it actually running? Is the audio running? I have a check on here that reminds me that I'm not muted. Essentially, I've got a little preview of the captions that come up. If you've not seen, you can turn on captions. But I know if that preview's going, then it means I'm not muted. What I've not seen is the ads actually running. Even if I'm on an ad break and it says in Stream Manager, ads are running, if I log in on my phone, I don't see the ads. And I don't know why that is. Is it just because it's me? I've tried doing it incognito as well, and it's still, I don't see them. So if someone could confirm that some ads did run there, that would be good. Because I'm subscribed. Because I'm subscribed to myself. But I thought even if I were incognito, it wouldn't think I was me. But who knows? Maybe I need to be clever and log on with something else. But no ads. Huh. Ain't that odd? Okay. It says they're running at certain times, but okay. Weird. We'll look into this, see what happens. Because it'll be kind of suck if I was taking ad breaks and ads weren't actually running, even though it says they are. Twitch is known to be a bag of spammers. Yeah, okay. Weird. We'll get there in the end. All of this is a huge teething process, We'll get there. Ads are running at my end. Okay, so maybe it likes people more than others. It's, we're back to the Star Wars cantina. Yeah. He doesn't like you. I don't like you either. You will get ads and I will not. Um, oh man. Cool. So, what else is going on? Well, stuff for the new year. I want to do more gaming streams. I've kind of dipped my toes into this. I've done 2 Tomb Raider streams, which I very much enjoyed. I need to find a regular time to do them, I think, because currently they've been more impromptu things than anything else. I have advertisements on 12 systems. God help you. God help you if you do. Um, yeah, I need to find a regular time where I'm going to do gaming streams, and essentially that's more about just kind of, I mean, realistically, it's waiting for my wife's work to settle a little bit so I can try and iron out an ideal time where, you know, yeah. Because our house is relatively small, what I don't want to be doing is doing like a gaming stream where I'm potentially a bit louder and, sound carries. And, if she's working, that's probably not great for her. So I'll try and find an ideal time to do that. I mean, maybe I'll do some weekend stuff. We'll see. But I want to finish Tomb Raider. Again, I have played it before. And we're doing pretty well on that. I think we're about halfway through that. So I want to finish that, which would be good. Other stuff I want to do. I mean, well, I don't know if I'll stream it, but before BG3 came out for the Mac, I was playing a bit of Starfield because that was on Xbox Game Pass. And I was very much enjoying that, so I could stream that. We shall see. I've talked about this before, but I'm not a huge fan of streaming RPGs. And I think that's just because RPGs are a little bit more personal to me, and whereas inevitably if you're streaming, you're kind of doing this running commentary type thing. And I feel that kind of disconnect me from the RPG a bit. It's why I haven't streamed BG3. Because I would find it a bit distracting. Me trying to, enjoy the story and enjoy the dialogue, especially when I'm trying to explore new options on new playthroughs. I find it difficult to do kind of, chat at the same time. Starfield less so, I think, because, in terms of, Bethesda RPGs, they are sort of RPGs, but they're not RPGs in the same way that, a Baldur's Gate is. So I might stream that. We'll see. I want to play some Tin Hearts, which I have seen a couple of people playing. I was introduced to that. I say introduced. That sounds like it was an active choice on his part. I've watched a few of Doug Cockle's streams where he's been playing Tin Hearts, and Cypher of Tears been playing it as well. And that looks very, very zen. I like the look of Tin Hearts. For those who've not seen it, it's kind of Nutcracker meets Lemmings. So you're essentially in like a toy maker's workshop from what I've seen, and you've got to get 10 little clockwork soldiers to leave a door and go into another door. So you've got to move little things that they bounce off of. So again, it's that Lemmings vibe, but it feels a lot more chill than Lemmings ever was. What have we got from Oddities? Having played RPGs on stream, one of the things I saw work quite well was having a super active mod team communicating with the cast, but the cast not looking to chat. Also done some interested. Are you talking about like actual play tabletop RPGs or gaming RPGs? I mean, I can absolutely see that being the case for doing actual play stuff, and I do want to do a bit of that, but I was thinking more along the lines of, computer RPGs. Oh, Nightbot just went, oh, okay. Sorry about that. Nightbot is new. I will, tweak settings on that one. Sorry about that. You didn't say anything awful. Or Planet Tabletop RPG. No, absolutely fine. I'm going to dip my waters into that in January. I mean, not tabletop RPGs in general, because I've been playing and writing them for a while. But I will be doing my first streamed game where I'm actually doing the technical side of it in January. I've done a streamed game before, but that was on Maori Nerd's channel, so he was handling all the tech. This would be me running the tech and running at the same time. But yeah, I think I would need to get some people in to be mods for that, because otherwise I would find that quite difficult, I think. So no, understandable mistake and totally cool. And a valid point. Absolutely a valid point. Train of thought. Yes, Tin Hearts looks good. So I think I want to play that at some point. And I think that would be a chiller kind of I think I'd probably do that for more impromptu streams because, you know, I don't think you need to do. Yeah, if you're doing a bigger game, you want to do longer streams, like kind of 2.5, 3 hour streams. So you really get his teeth stuck into it. But as that's more of a puzzle game, I think that would be quite nice to play a bit of. And I think it's on Game Pass again, so it means I don't have to pay for it, which is quite nice. Um, the other one, and I talked a little bit about. Let's start that with actual words forming a real English sentence. Take a sip of drink and try that sentence again, Dave. Take two. The other thing I would like to play on stream, and I was talking about it the other day, I think during one of Tomb Raider streams actually, is I am a huge fan of the original. Well, I'm a huge fan of the Max Payne games. I talked about this at the time. Max Payne 3 was odd because it came along way later. And honestly, I think it was kind of Max Payne in name only. It sort of carried it did carry the character, didn't really carry the plot. And I think it didn't really carry the vibe of it. The Max Payne games were really interesting in that, yes, they were an action game, third person shooter, and the bullet time mechanic, which was very, very fun, of diving around and it goes into slow motion so you can shoot the bad guys, was very fun. But I think what made Max Payne 1 and 2 kind of iconic was the film noir vibe of it. You know, it was very much a grizzled pulp kind of game. Even though it was modern day, it had that pulp vibe to it. So, and the cutscenes weren't animated; they were like graphic novel pages. And I'm pretty sure they didn't have that in Max Payne 3. It had this kind of, it was a bit more LA-ish and Mexico kind of vibe, and it was all animated. And I think we lost a lot of the noir from it, which was a shame. So I was talking about this the other day. I thought, I've not played them for a while, and they are doing a remaster of some sort, but who knows when / if that'll actually happen. It's all well and good to announce you're doing a remaster, but until we see it, I won't actually believe it's happening. But then I got an email this morning that said that Max Payne 1 and 2, which are on my Xbox wishlist, are on sale. So I picked up Max Payne 2 today. So that'll be interesting, because that was a game for I want to say the original Xbox. Pretty sure it was the original Xbox, not even the 360. You can run it on the Xbox One. So at some point, I'm going to replay Max Payne 2 for the first time in a very long time. I think that will be a lot of fun as a stream. I may even have to have some channel point redeems for silly film noir stuff. Whether that is having to do a husky film noir narration for what I'm doing for a while, or I'm not going to do taking sips of whiskey on a stream. That would be a terrible idea. But I think there will be whiskey involved in me streaming that. But I'm not just going to get smashed as you throw channel points or bits at me. Tempting as that might be, I think it might devolve into chaos very, very quickly. So I have to think about what some cool redeems could be for that. But I think that could be an awful lot of fun. Tempting for you or us. I don't know. Probably a bit of both. But yeah, so I think that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So we'll see. You have to live with it the next day. Quite true. Quite true. The only other gaming type thing is BG3 patch 5 came out for the Mac the other day, which is awesome. So I say finishing up. I'm still in Act 1 of my current BG3 playthrough, but that's my Lae'zel Monk run through. And I'll get to see the epilogues. I've seen bits of the epilogues from people talking about them, but I've not actually played the epilogues yet. So I will complete that. I'll finish that, and then. Well, I would like to play it again, and I would like to do like a druidy run through it. I think I'll probably take a break from BG3 and play one of these other games. Maybe I'll go back to Starfield off stream while I do like Tomb Raider and Max Payne on stream. We'll see. But I am very much looking forward to playing those epilogues. They've made a hell of a game with BG3. I definitely got my money's worth from it. And that's been an awful lot of fun. Right, I think let's start to wrap this up because I need to finish in 5. So let's talk through bits and bobs and stuff. So, first of all, thank you so much for showing up. Let's try using see if Nightbot actually does his thing rather than just telling people off for using capital letters. Which I will try and turn off, by the way, because that's kind of really annoying. So let's see if shoutouts work. Shout out for Penguin Sentinel. Shout out for Odd, please. Anyone else been chatting? No, but I will give a shout out to Radiant Leaf, who, whether she knows it or not, is the VIP here. Katarina is brilliant. If you are in the tabletop RPG space and you want artwork for something you're doing, please look at Katarina's work. She's absolutely brilliant. In a variety of styles. I'm kind of leaning on her cutesy side for Little But Fierce, but seriously, take a look at what she's done. Absolutely fantastic. And as the shout out says, she's got a webcomic called Second Chance, which is really, really cool. So please take a look at that. What else as I wrap this up? Well, I've lost one of my audio fixes on this. That's weird. Can you... Oh, I haven't fixed my background audio for just chatting. That's annoying. I need to fix that. I can hear it and you can't. Weird. I need to sort that. Last bits and bobs. You know where to find me on social media. I think most of you found me that way. If you would like to support me in an ongoing fashion, well, you can subscribe here. That's cool. That's the thing that you can do now that I'm affiliate. I have Patreon. I have Ko-Fi, which is DC Bradshaw RPG. You're welcome to do that. It's like $2 a month. Absolutely no pressure on that one because I know money is tight for absolutely everyone. Next stream should be tomorrow. It'll be a lunch chat, probably lunch chat with a game. So I think we'll pull out another board game of some sort. I think I maybe want to play a little bit more Ticket to Ride. I had a lot of fun with that on the last board game stream I did. Or I might do something else. We'll see. We will see. I could even take a vote on it. We'll see how that works. But I think we'll do that tomorrow. I expect that will be 1 o'clock again. Until then, I wish you a wonderful day. Have a great afternoon. I hope festivities come to you soon because I think we could all do with it. And last thing we will do is we'll see if there's anyone to raid. Radders is still streaming, so I think I'm going to raid their stream. Please stick around for a sec if you can, because supporting other people is awesome. Right, let's start the clock on that one. And ready to raid in 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, take care everyone. You're all awesome. All right, bye.